Welcome back to the next installment of Panzer Campaigns Tunisia 43. Right now we are looking at the British 5th Corps, who has a complicated task today. So I need to, in order for this to make sense, I need to kind of explain it from the top to the bottom. Well, I could explain it different ways. Anyhow, the 5th Corps, 78th Infantry Division, originally what I was going to do was to lend them the 25th Tank Brigade to help take out Peter's Corner, because I think that that's going to be heavily guarded, and I want these roads leading up to Massacults. The issue that I run into is that the 25th Tank Brigade is supposed to be a mobile attachment, so I'm better off to use them as a scouting unit and kind of recon and force along these roads leading to Massacults, as well as this plateau here south of Jebel Bu Aukaz. Now, I want to also be able to take Peter's Corner, and the problem is these tanks that are in the 25th Tank Brigade aren't very good. So, yeah, I'm going to work on it, and I think what I'm going to do is try to split the difference so that the 25th Tank Brigade recon units kind of help me figure out what's at Peter's Corner, but otherwise I'm going to use them to act as a screening force, them in this case being the 25th Tank Brigade, act as a screening force up the roads to Massacults and try and figure out what is waiting for me up there. Now, at this point, I'll take another look here at the 4th Infantry Division, which does have a tank brigade. So, let's look at that. The 4th Infantry Division has been given orders to secure Peter's Corner, to also handle this road along the south of Highway 5, taking Kassar Tier. They'll also be responsible for this area around Jebel Kramfir, and they're also going to be leading the charge towards Ain al-Askir. Here's the trick. This comes back to the armored pincher that the Axis forces have on 6th Armored Division. They are getting pinched down south here, just north of these marshlands, and I have a plan. The plan requires the 21st Tank Brigade from the 4th Infantry Division. So what this all means is that we're going to have some slow progress on the southern end of 4th Corps towards Ain al-Askir. It will pick up steam once I deal with this armored kind of defensive line. They've got a lot of Tiger tanks over here, which is not great. I don't have anything anywhere close by that can penetrate their defense. So anyhow, let's go ahead. I've explained all of that. Let's go ahead and get started here. So let's look at who's moved. I'm going to move you. What I want to do is get the 25th Tank Brigade. Oh, sorry about that. Get the 25th Tank Brigade. Let's see. Recon to help me kind of figure out what's going on at Peter's Corner. Oh, okay. So he's out of moves. Let's go here. He's out of moves. He's got low fuel. Alright. And like I said, these tanks are not super duper. I guess I'll just wait here to move up that hill. We'll have to use all our movement points to go across this stream. And that should be... no, I have these AT guns. So these will help a lot with this bunker that's over here. We can shoot them at range. Here. Here. Take them out of travel mode. And I do have this tank that's kind of in a... I forget exactly where the bunker line is, but what I can do, I should be able to come here and activate my recon spotting. There's bunker. Okay. Still no range on this. This tank from the 25th Infantry Brigade is kind of out of position. So some of what is going to happen depends upon what's going on with the 4th Infantry. There's another tank from the Tank Brigade over here. So it looks like we kind of gotta secure this section here. These paratroopers, this 88. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff from the 25th Infantry or 25th Tank Brigade. So let's go ahead and start work on that. The first thing, I've got this machine gun. Nice fire from an elevated position. No effects. One man. Going to assault, I think. Let me make sure I'm moving my battalions intelligently. Okay, so I've got Black Watch over here. The Royal Fusiliers. Black Watch is, of course, not in the right position. So let's look at the parent unit. Okay. So that's all part of the 12th. Where's the 10th? Is on the southern side. And okay. Yeah, good. Alright, so the 12th will all stay in a northern direction. I can work with that. Whoop. Some defensive fire from the paratroopers. Okay. I'm gonna make this assault happen first before I move this recon unit a second time. Okay, great. We completely destroyed that unit. I want to start let's see here. Okay. I want to take out these anti-aircraft guns, which I did. Okay. One man. Got some additional recon unit from the 25th Tank Brigade, but he's low fuel and ammo. So fun times there. I will go ahead and move this, I guess this is a, oh, I closed my window. Oops, hang on. This is, come on, where's my 25th Tank Brigade? This is a tank regiment, which consists of 47 vehicles currently. Or I guess that's at strength. Okay. Not enough movement. So this unit here can move into this field. Do you have enough to cast your recon spell? Yes, you do. Recon spell. Okay, great. So we saw 2 units. We don't know what they consist of, but we know that they are here. And we are going to so we should, I'm worried about the road stacking limit here. Yeah, there's no way we can move through this with road movement. But I think putting them in road movement will still allow them to move farther. No. Okay, so that's bad. I shouldn't have done that. Royal Fusiliers are gonna get broken up if I do that. I think they'll get broken up either way. Okay. Good. Let's get them over here. That was risky. Here is the 2nd Battalion of the Black Watch. We'll move up here. So we get some infantry in that hex. So we've got a good squeeze on this paratrooper battalion. They are surrounded on all sides. Great. Next up, I'm going to have my engineer move up here. Let's go ahead and pepper this bunker. This bunker at a crossroads is obviously very important. There's another bunker east of this crossroads with a bridge. So again, important. I don't have enough infantry over here to assault anything. Ugh. Well, engineers make for good assaulters, so, you know, what do you want me to do about it? I gotta do something. I was gonna come in with these tanks. Machine gun assault values are awful. Alright, I'll take this battalion of infantry back 1 step, and with the engineers we should have a pretty formidable assault force here. Okay, defensive fire 1 man, 2 men, and let's see what we can do. Yeesh. Failed, I think. A lot of fatigue on this. Okay, let's see. Digging in. I want to start taking a more aggressive posture, at least as I can, where I can. I'm thinking about where I can move my infantry that's on the southern flank here. So all told, I've got these tank units which I need in order to encircle this armored column over here. They're all digging in. I gotta deal with this. So I gotta take these tanks out of position, and I gotta figure out what to do with these infantry because I have no other infantry to assault this bunker, and I gotta be a little bit careful about that because I have to. Alright, why don't I use my low ammo battalion to move up this hill because they have low ammo. I'm going to go ahead and shoot up this bunker. Here I go, shooting up this bunker, some defensive fire from some artillery. More AT gunfire So my challenge here is that if I successfully assault into this bunker, um, this unit will be able to escape towards these exposed AT guns, which don't have any cover. And I have nothing over here which can act as a blocker, except I have some AT or some anti-air, which does cast a zone of control. All right, heavy towed anti-air does not. Okay, so these guys have high fatigue. I'm already getting to the point where like a lot of my battalions have high fatigue. I think, you know what? Um, I'm not even gonna spend any of my infantry from 4th Infantry Division from the let's see. This is the 12th Infantry? No, the 10th Infantry Brigade. I'm not going to use any of them to handle what's going on in the south. That will be up to the 46th Infantry Division from 9 Corps because they tore everything up like tissue paper and it was very violent. And they didn't take a lot of fatigue, whereas the 4th Infantry did. So I'm trying to be conservative of the use of my fatigue. So, like for example, this East Surrey's battalion, the 1/6 East Surrey's, they are going to stay here and just recover fatigue. Whereas the Beds and Hertz over here, they'll go ahead and move up north. Now, I've got these tanks. They have great hard and great soft attack values. I have some over here. Now, here's the trick, is that they have this AA gun blocking the route of tanks that I want to take, but I have the other battalion of the Beds and Hertz over here. That's the, yeah. Okay, so these, the C battalion, the C battalion, the C company, they will move east in support of their friends, their sister battalion. Now this infantry unit will attack. Okay. Now this is a heavy towed AT gun, so they should not cast a zone of control, and my tank should be able to get right past them. Although there may be defensive fire. I think. Yeah. Okay. So there goes a shot. Fatigue. I think. Yes. Jackpot. I just found 2 of their units of 88s sitting here in travel mode. They are in the brush, they are at the top of the hill, but they were planning to stop me from cutting off this armored column here. So I have some options, but the main thing is that I gotta get this road cut off. And I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I should be able to, right? Because heavy AA does not block zone of control. Now, I do also need to be cognizant of the terrain over here because the rough terrain blocks the tanks from moving. So, yeah, it's gotta be this road hex here at this top of the hill. It could be this one or this one, but it has to be at least this one. Or somewhere along this road to block their route of retreat. Because I'm gonna surround these guys and isolate them and annihilate them, and I can't let them get away if I'm gonna do that. And the other part of this conundrum is that they've got these Tiger tanks over here. So the 46th Infantry really needs to hustle and do their job to move up fast and get everybody through this line towards Point de Fosse and up through this marshlands so that we have a good blocking position and we don't. Basically, we're going to encircle these guys and we don't want them to be relieved. So here I go with making sure I'll get, dang, more tanks over here. This is a Tiger 4, or sorry, a Panzer 4, I think. And they have more 88s. So this is going to turn into a real slugfest, it's looking like. And I think I'm doing the right thing because I am looking at a situation where if I were to back off, then they'd be able to set up this hill here with multiple anti-tank weapons, multiple tanks. They'd have this armored column. They can exert pressure on my attack and throw me off balance. So, yeah, I do think I'm doing the right thing. I want to focus on the tanks first, and I'm going to airstrike this tank using my 24 Hurricane Tank Buster. I always have to remind myself, I think it goes hard attack, soft attack, and then air attack. I also have a carpet bomb, so I don't really have a lot of choices on this one. Air mission intercepted by enemy air units. First time I use air in this scenario and it gets intercepted. Okay. More tanks. And I'm going to shoot before I move. Oh, 2 vehicles. That was a good hit. Their defensive fire got me with the disruption, man. I don't like that. Alright. Well, okay. The fact that they're blocking this road, the same hex that I want it to be on, does add clarity to my circumstances because it specifies that I need to move. The plan is the same. We want to block the avenue of retreat of this armored column here. So in order to do that, I'm going to need to move a unit here on this road, which because of the shape of this terrain, they will not be able to move through here because of the zone of control. So here I go. Oh, okay, well, I found their main force. This is going to be a real problem. I need to think about this. Okay. So first, let's identify as much as I can what I'm dealing with here. So I've got the 10th Panzer. They have anti-tank guns. They have anti-air, both light. They have, I don't know what type of unit this is. This is it's a tank destroyer. They've got short nose tanks. I think that's a Panzer 3. Maybe it's a Panzer 2. Tell me in the comments. And then all the way at the left, they've got a long nose. I think that might be the Panzer 3. And then the second unit might be the Panzer 2. I really do wish that it kind of just told you. I mean, if you can see the icon, like, I could go and look it up and look at pictures and stuff. Anyways, this is the 10th Panzer Division. I don't know what unit this is that's south of them, and there might actually be more to this armored column. So this is a real problem, and I need to think about this from a strategic and operational level. I really need to make sure that these guys can't throw me too far off balance, and I think that this crossroads right here that this HQ unit is holding right now is going to be important for the duration of this day. So my first priority is holding this crossroads. My second priority is preventing the bunch of tanks that they have from striking into the flank of 4th Infantry Division. What that means for the 4th Infantry Division is kind of a reorientation. It shouldn't be too bad, but some of these units will pull back to get into a better position behind this stream here. And the line will look a little bit like this. We got to take care of this bunker. And then I'll have armor that kind of goes in like this. I don't know. We'll kind of look at it. I want the armor, I think, to serve as a screening force with the infantry kind of pushing forward on a front. And then the main thing is that the 46th Infantry is on foot. Let me look at the... So, like, this is kind of a crisis, in my opinion. I wasn't super duper expecting a full column of, like, I don't know, 50 enemy tanks to just show up. That's not super. Trying to see how I can withdraw, if at all. I want to form a line at this road. And I still want to... Okay, I've got 46 tanks here. So I have 150 tanks, 50 recon vehicles that are the... Crap, they're the... Well, they'll still be useful. I have 2 battalions of... Or I guess this is companies, this is how I should read this. Of motorized infantry, and I also have the AT guns from 46 Infantry, which are towed. Now, I've got the AT guns from 7th Armored as well, but I'm going to leave them here for this turn. They'll support the attack east into Highway 4 for Point du Fosse. Okay, so I have a plan, and I also need to check out what's going on, because if the AT guns from 46 Infantry Division are going to be a part of that plan, then I need to account for the road being clear. We could move through this brush, but I think the road would be optimal for the majority of the infantry that are here, and 46 Infantry. Okay, so I have a recon unit. Okay. Okay. They've got an entrenched... they killed me. Killed one of my vehicles. They have an entrenched position right here. Okay, I can't get through. I also need to deal with this bunker. So 46 Infantry is not going to be here quickly. These are problems. Okay. Well, let's push. Priority 1 for 46 Infantry is going to be clearing this trench. What other machine guns do I have, if any? I do have this machine gun unit here, so he'll be able to move. And yeah, okay, I have a different route that I can take my towed AT guns on. I'm gonna move this. I was originally going to commit this what is this battalion, the York and Lancasters, maybe, to attacking east towards Point du Fas, but I think given these updated circumstances, I need to get them moving north. They can move pretty quickly, it looks like, and I should be able to get them into a pretty good position to reinforce 6 armored. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I am moving infantry into position to clear this crossroads so that 46 can push. I do have to deal with this. Okay. Right now, I'm moving around some units from the 46 infantry, and that's going pretty well. Nothing notable. Trying to figure out. Okay, I've got a lot of infantry here. Let's see. Okay. So I think the best plan for the 46 infantry is basically gonna be to bum rush this trench and bunker position. These guys fought really well before, so I think it's gonna go in my favor. We'll get some engineers up because I have a doubt that there will be some mines. Shuttling, well, yeah, that's fine. And what's your range, sir? No, we'll need to be up further. This artillery here. Anti-air can park right there. I'm moving all of my AT guns in the other direction. I already moved this artillery, and I have recon over here, so back to the 7th Armored. This crossroads has gotta go. It's gotta go. It's the most important thing. Really, it's gotta be this hex here, but I'd settle for this crossroads because I need to be able to shuttle units in. And if I'm having if I want to attack north then or east, I need to be able to hold those hexes. So here we go. Can 48 tanks overrun an HQ unit in an assault? Sorry, 47 tanks now. They're already disrupted. Let's go ahead with it. Yes, that worked. Okay, and that HQ unit is broken. So now I'm going to split a company to go hang out in this forest. Okay. Alright, so they have, okay, so they've got a recon unit in this forest. That is not a huge deal, but it is at least a consideration. I'm trying to think of how I want to start putting pressure. I still want to try and block these guys off. If I take this hex, then they won't be able to retreat. Is that right? No, it's not. They would still be able to get away because they could move to this hex northeast. It's gotta be this hex, but I can't get there. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and tell you what, finish scouting this road. No, we'll go up here. These guys can finish scouting this road. Ah, as I suspected, another unit. This is an artillery unit, so nothing to be terribly afraid of. Thankfully, we have our have our mechanized infantry. I don't think that being in travel mode affects them, which is kind of a bummer because they need to move through all this brush. I'm gonna try. See, I don't understand that. In some cases, let me look at something here. So brush is here, motorized is 20, on foot is 10. I don't understand. I'll need to look at the rules for that at some point, but in this case, yes, that will help. So I don't have enough movement points to get my infantry to where they need to be and deploy, but I do have enough movement points to get my infantry to where they need to be in a shielded position. They may still get artillery struck, but you know, we all got to make some sacrifices. So crap. I'm thinking about now how I'm gonna do my. I want this HQ unit out of the way. Okay, so my AT guns. Very important that I get them as far as I can go. So I want to make sure that I don't block any of my AT guns with any other traffic that I might have. AT guns, any other AT guns? Yes, as a matter of fact, there are other AT guns. There's some up here as well from the 46th. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this AT gun. And I still have to move this infantry. Oh no, they got interdicted. I have, I'm sure this machine gun will come in handy. And here's my infantry up here. Good. Trying to move these units, man. The Lincolns. Can I combine these guys? Yeah, I sure can. That's the entire battalion, so okay, that's good to know. I can combine them. Let's just keep that tidy. Let me look at your order of battle, 46th. 46th is going to be part of 9 Corps. They have the 128th, which is on the north side. The 138th is all, what is this unit? Is all in the south, and the 139th is also going the north route. So that's nice and tidy. Great. Because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, get this HQ moved up. These guys are moving, man. Alright, good. Everything there looks good for the 46th. Now I still have some units left to move for the 4th. And the 6th Armored. So let's go ahead and get that done. I have tanks, which are going to be very important for killing these tanks. Yeah. I'm trying to think about right now where I want my line to be. So like I said, I mean, the main thing is that I hold this crossroads right here. I want this road, but I don't have it right now. So that's kind of the other consideration, is like, how do I put myself in a position where I can have that road? And I was thinking about retreating back past the stream, but I think what I actually want to do is keep this line and position myself in such a way that I'm on this high ground maybe, and maintain a line like this, and then the 6 could take it up here, and as the 46th arrives we can push, and you know, I'll do what I can with the armor and the anti-tank that I have on hand. We'll move up as quick as we can. realizing now that if I try to... crap. I don't think... Yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of surrounding this unit over here, that's not going to work. So this tank unit, it's got a... I'm concerned that they're going to get pinned. I can mitigate this though. So what I will do is recombine them with their parent regiment after firing their parent regiment. Okay, that's good. I'm going to move this unit, the 2nd Lothian Yeoman, 42 tanks right now. Shermans. I'm going to move them. I really wish I had more hard range right now. Let's see. Yeah, I'll leave them right up here. This recon unit can move back a little. There's no sense in keeping them so exposed. And then I've got more tanks to move from the 4th. I've got these. Do they have any hard range? Yeah, they do actually. I should have shot these guys before I assaulted that bunker, but, well, I should not have. Because I wanted... Okay, let's do it this way. Solid 30 tanks right there. That's looking pretty good. 30 more tanks. Crap. I can start shooting back. I wasted that shot. I should have shot at the soft target. Dang. Okay. Now, let's go down here. Ooh, what was that about? Oh, there's another unit down here. That's a little sketchy. I don't know where you are, sir. What is the... This one has hard range. Maybe I'll just keep him up here for good measure. Okay. So, next up, I want to get these machine gunners on the move. I will move my, I was going to say I'll move my AT guns, but they're in a pretty good position to be shelling this bunker, and that bunker is important. So, good. What else? I've got engineers over here that can clear mines, but I really don't need any cleared. I think that's it for 5 core. And part already of 9 core. Look at my timer here. Okay. Okay. So, next, I have a plan for my next axes of attack. It is nothing terribly fun or exciting. I'm just pushing against these margins over here. Okay. Here we go. What are these, Italians? We've got Italian, platoon or company strength, so nothing too concerning. Good, got a disruption in one hit. So we'll be able to assault into this trench line next turn. Here, I have all of my AT guns lined up. We'll shoot into this bunker. Ah, nice, we got a disruption. Right now I'm thinking about, because all of these AT guns, this is also an AT gun, heart of 4, because all these AT guns are really needed to deal with this 10th Panzer Division up here. I think I'm going to actually just call that good as far as that disruption that I just got. Get these guys moving. I'll need to get to, let's see, probably the road is my best bet. Can I do that? Yes. Oh crap. See, I just moved the one from the 6th. I didn't mean to do that. Or sorry, I moved the AT gun from the 7th Armored, and I had meant to only move the ones from the 6th. Oh, I'm a mess. What am I doing? Okay, well, I'll have to deal with that next turn. Okay. Let me make sure I'm moving the right unit. This is the 7th. Okay, so only one of my guns was actually from, I really mixed that one up. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get this assault underway into this bunker. I'm glad I got that disruption. That was a lucky disruption. Assault. Success. We did catch a disruption. We got some fatigue. Here, I don't have a disruption as of yet, but we'll take care of this trench line next turn, and then we'll have access to Highway 4. It can be used by 7th Armored, so that's nice. Yeah, we got our disruption, so we can assault in there probably next turn. Okay, so I am looking at a bunch of engineers. I'm like, do I want to clear some of these mines, maybe? I can clear these mines. I think that might affect my zone of, my supply line on this rail. Lots of defensive fire. I'm gonna get, let's see, these guys are lorried up. I'm gonna get these engineers moving north. I'm thinking that I might need some support for the 110th. I'm still actually pushing around the 6th Armored Division here, which is the proud owner of the 26th Armored Brigade is what I was referring to right there. They'll need some support, probably from some engineers as well. So, okay. I messed that one up with the AT guns. That's okay. I'll just live with the consequences of my actions, but I am going to save my game here. Okay, so next up, I have some HQ units, kind of spread them out. This HQ unit, he's already moved. This HQ unit, I have a engineer here as well. Is this the 6th? Yes, okay. We're gonna go ahead and move him towards the Armored Brigade as well, and then I'll keep this squadron of engineers over here just in case they're needed. I do not have any other spare engineers. I have some spare infantry, apparently. I'll keep him in that interdiction in the direction of this road. Clear these mines for good measure. These guys are just sitting around. I need to take out this trench line so that I can get, well, maybe I don't need to. I mean, I do need to, but like, need to. Okay. Yeah, I'll take care of that with the paratroopers. Let's get these guys. Okay, so I've got these tanks. Oh, they're already moved. They are already moved. Soft. Oh yeah, these are these tanks with 2 soft attack. It's like they're completely worthless against soft. Okay, well I've got some recon that I can use. Low ammo and low fuel. Wonderful. Still, I want to push where I can. So let's keep some pressure on this disrupted infantry. And of course I take a vehicle kill. 2 vehicle kills. These guys should really be resting. Okay. I have infantry that I can move up. We gotta take this crossroad cluster over here with the 7th Armored. Still have the paratrooper brigade in kind of position. Yeah, we'll segment them out and keep them like that. I've got kind of a traffic jam over here. I don't know what to do about these engineers. Alright, let me see about this HQ though. Okay. Okay. Can you not move? You can. Alright. Recon units. High soft damage. Let's see it. Okay. These are my hard attack recon units. Let's spread out some love here. I've got a lot. Oh no. The 88s, I forgot about those. Crap. I gotta be careful about my approach on this hill, apparently. Well, the 88 was already disrupted. Didn't help. Okay. Whoop. I'm trying to get some units into position that I can keep up the advantage of momentum here. Okay, so I've got a good solid stack up here of a combination of tanks, infantry, armored cars, more right behind them. I've got the entirety of the 6 armored down here, and their support troops are in a pretty good spot too. Are all these units moved? Move the headquarters up. Headquarters, okay, good. We'll go ahead and do the 1st Infantry and maybe the Moroccan Division as well, and that will be it for this video. Okay. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Limited movement options. This is very difficult terrain. Good, eliminated. Good, eliminated. Bunch of broken units down over here. Oh, my headquarters can't get through. Crap. I could put them on foot. I need to do that. Let's keep moving everybody up. Okay. Okay. Oops. My divisional HQ is here. Ugh. I hate having to move them around a long way. My regimental HQ is here. They're... Okay. Artillery is moved. AT guns. What do I want to do with them? I think they... Yeah, they're going to stay right there. This AT gun should be able to shoot at this bunker. No effect. Counterfire from artillery. Unimpressive results. How would you like to be assaulted by, you know, 1,000 soldiers? Oops. Trying to combine these units. Ended up breaking them down. Okay. I also have engineers here. They've got terrible assault, so I'm not going to bother. Infantry. Let's go. Success. Kick them out into the hills. Okay, so now I need to... Oh, I had another AT gun here I could have fired. Alright. I have a recon unit here, which I can't get through because of the zone of control from this AA gun, but I can attack the AA gun with this recon unit. I'm okay with doing that. So let me go ahead and move up these AT guns. That's sane. I'll put them right here. Okay. Oop. Oh no. Okay. See what we can do with the Moroccans over here right quick. Oh, I'm also going to want to move these engineers. I think they've got terrible attack, but like I think I can take on this AA gun with engineers and recon, hopefully. If not, the infantry is not terribly far behind. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, these engineers are not, they're not good at attacking. Okay, here comes my assault from the Moroccan division. We're gonna go complete that. It's pretty good, kinda, not really. Let's push these guys up and up. Alright, I found that trench line. For the Moroccan division. Okay. Alright, here comes the assault for the Moroccan division. Good. And then let me see if I can get into this trench. No, everybody, I'm just backing off of here. This is crazy. These guys cannot take this position. We've got to wait for the Indian Division. So here comes the Indian Division because I'll count that as part of the Moroccans. Good. Some machine gun fire to soften them up. They're in a trench. This is a German unit. 1st Division Superga. I think it's an Italian division. Alright, next up, all my infantry from the... Up now, here we go. Trying to see. Yeah, I won't be able to. I need to get this engineer up. Okay. Yes. Now I move take my headquarters out of travel mode and move up my infantry. Good. Good. Alright. Make sure I've moved everywhere. Get off this road. Wonderful. Okay, so that was a pretty good move. There was a lot of intricate stuff going on with the 1st Army 9 Corps, but I think we'll make a pretty good impression up in that area as far as resisting that 10th Panzer Division. Going to go ahead and call it. Thanks everybody for watching. Super appreciate your viewership. Leave some comments, and you'll see me again soon. Thanks.